9 Gods and Goddesses of Wisdom from World Mythology. Everyone regard wisdom as the priceless fruit of accumulated knowledge and experiences. And others consider intelligence the same as wisdom. However, intelligence and wisdom are always different attributes. Wisdom gods consistently rank among the most worshipped and respected deities in world faiths. From around the world, there are Athena, Omikani, Mimir, Thoth, Quetzalcoatl, Saraswati, Nabu, Ahura Mazda, and Anansi. Athena. Athena, the Greek goddess of war, wisdom, and handicrafts. She is the most famous wisdom goddess from classic mythology. Nowadays also a Western symbol of knowledge, strategy, and even democracy. The great city of Athens is said to be named after her. Within Greek mythology, Athena is said to be born of Zeus, or more accurately, she is born from the lightning god's head. Athena competed with Poseidon to be the patron of Cecrops' ancient city, and won because the residents much preferred her versatile gift of the olive. Over Poseidon's promises of military supremacy, Athena would frequently play the role of teacher or strategist to humans and immortals alike. On top of being a source of practical knowledge as the goddess of craftsmanship, she was the patroness of spinning and weaving, agriculture, carpentry, metalworking, and pottery. She also invented the plow and rake, as well as encouraged philosophy, poetry and oratory. She was the goddess who showed Perseus how to confront the dreadful Medusa, without suffering her petrifying gaze. Odysseus, the smartest Greek mythical hero, was Athena's favorite champion. Athena was also believed to be a bird goddess and perhaps part bird herself. Specifically, she is believed to have been part owl, before later choosing to discard her owl characteristics in pursuit of a more human figure. It is widely understood that Athena was Zeus's favorite of all 6 of his children. Artemis, Apollo, Hermes, Ares and Aphrodite could not compare with their sister, as she had greater power than the rest, which made her successful as a goddess of war. She was greatly associated with the acropolises of many Greek cities, as they were often the site of royal palaces and other important political and religious buildings. Amoikani, the god of wisdom in Japanese pantheon. There are also several gods and goddesses of wisdom in the Japanese pantheon. For example, the widely venerated Tenjin, venerated as the patron deity of scholarship. Most of these deities are associated with learning, and are patrons of specific disciplines, or are deities incorporated from other Asian cultures. The only true native Japanese god of wisdom is the mysterious Amoikani, who is said to represent the collective intelligence of many. An ancient Shinto heavenly deity, Amatsukami, also referred to as Yagokoro Amoikani, as the god who devised the strategy to lure Amaterasu out of hiding after the sun goddess fled from her duties. The successful execution of this plan then led to the creation of 2 of the Japanese royal family's most important regali, the Yada no Kagami mirror, and the Yasukani no Magatama jewel. Later, Amoikani was also a key advisor in the Amatsukami campaign to take over the terrestrial world. Amoikani is said to have descended to the ancient Shinano province, where he fathered Shinto deities. Today, several shrines in Japan are dedicated to the wisdom god, with the most famous one located in Chichibu. There, he is prayed to as a god of literature and examinations. Mimir. Mimir is the wisdom gods in Norse mythology, the wisest of the Aesir, or the Asgardians. Mimir was sent to the rivaling Vanir tribe as a hostage but was beheaded. Odin preserved Mimir's head with herbs and carried it about for knowledge and counsel. He was the owner of a well full of knowledge and wisdom, one that was located beside the second root of Yggdrasil, the world tree. The Prose Edda further states that Mimir himself drinks from the well with the Gjallar horn. This artifact was subsequently described as the horn that Heimdall would blow to announce the arrival of Ragnarok. Thoth. Thoth is one of the better-known ancient Egyptian gods. He is one of the most important and complex gods in the Egyptian pantheon. He was the god of the moon, wisdom, knowledge, writing, hieroglyphs, science, magic, art and judgment. Thoth was also believed to be self-created or born from the lips of Ra, the supreme Egyptian sun god. He is portrayed as having an ibis head, while Khonshu is shown with the head of a falcon. The name Thoth could mean, he who is like the ibis. He is the advisor and constant companion of Ra, and the sun god's intermediary between the lands of the living and the dead. In some versions of the all-important resurrection of Osiris myth, Thoth was the one who gave Isis the magical words to restore her husband. Later, when Isis' son Horus battled the evil Seth for domination of Egypt, Thoth acted as a mediator. Most importantly, Thoth facilitated the judgment of the dead. He is the god who weighs a deceased person's heart against the feather of truth, Mot, while others supervise. Should the heart be lighter or equal in weight to the feather, the deceased will be permitted residence in Aru, the Egyptian paradise. If not, the deceased will be swallowed by Ammit, a crocodile-headed goddess. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is the Aztec god of the sun, wind, air and learning, famously known as the feathered or plumed serpent god. One of the most important Aztec gods, the Toltecs regarded him as a god of the morning and evening stars. Before the Aztecs embraced him as one of their chief creator deities, revered him as a protector of craftsmen and the patron of priests too. He is a god of learning and writing and of books. He was especially venerated in temple colleges too. Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom in Hinduism. The goddess that personification of the Saraswati river in the Vedas. She became increasingly associated with speech and the intelligent, rational thought that empowers it. She was also described as the consort of Brahma, and hailed as the inventor of Sanskrit. Notably, she gave Ganesha pens and ink, an act that symbolized the encouragement of learning. Within the Mahabharata, Saraswati was celebrated as the mother of the Vedas. Nabu. Nabu is one of the oldest known wisdom gods in world faiths. Like Thoth, he was the assistant of a pantheon head. He was also the scribe and son of Marduk, the all-powerful god of creation in ancient Mesopotamia. Worshipped by the Babylonians and the Assyrians as early as the first millennium BC. And he was credited with the invention of writing. It was said that Nabu owned the tablets that determined the lengths of human lives. It was also believed that Nabu was the god who recorded the destiny of every new year. He is a beloved and widely venerated deity that personified learning, literacy and wisdom. The worship of Nabu survived up to the 2nd century AD. Nabu is the inspiration for the names of Babylonian kings. Ahura Mazda. As the supreme creator deity of Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda is associated with many things. The god's name literally means, wise lord. The Avesta also describes him as, the most firm, the wisest, and the one whose body is the most perfect. Supremely wise, benevolent, and the upholder of order and righteousness. Ahura Mazda is the source of all goodness in Zoroastrianism. With his yazatas, he guides humans on the route to Asha, or righteousness. Believed to be worshipped as early as the 7th or 6th centuries BC. Ahura Mazda is furthermore one of the oldest wisdom gods in continuous worship. Hereby it must be highlighted that much like Christianity, Zoroastrianism views Ahura Mazda as an all-encompassing deity. Anansi. In Akan mythology, Anansi the spider is variously described as the god of stories, wisdom, knowledge and creation. This West African spider god is no scholarly or stoic secretary of heaven. Instead, he's almost like a common man, one who just happens to have multiple legs, and a reputation for triumphing over far stronger foes with just his wits alone. Notably, many of Anansi's colorful stories also do not depict him as a winner too. In quite a few, the spider god is actually shown suffering the consequences of his prideful shortcomings, or being clever but unwise and in true fable fashion. Learning an important lesson at the end of the day.